Today I'm going to show you how to use the chat section inside of Flozy. So first we're going to head over to the chat tab right over here, and we have a few different types of chats. So the first one we'll talk about is a flows chat. So these are the chats that are related to a particular flow. So a flow could be, for example, a sales flow, a sales team flow. If you have a sales team, customer service team flow, you could have a marketing team flow. These are basically all of the internal flows. As an example, if we have a sales team flow, this is where the entire sales team will talk. It's basically like a group chat related to that specific department or project or group internally. The second type of chat is a client chat, and within that, you have an internal client chat and an external client chat. So if we look at an example like Canon, this is the internal client chat for my client Canon, and here I would add all of my team members that are involved with Canon. So if I have my media buyer that is doing work for Canon and my graphic designer and an account manager, I would put them all inside of this chat, but I don't have my actual client here. It's only internal members. Then I would have the external one, same one for Canon. I don't think I have one as an example here, but let's just say as an example, my external one here is Nike. Then I would have all of my team members that are involved with this client Nike, as well as my actual client in this chat. That way you can have conversations with the team and the client, as well as with the team without the client. The third type of chat here we have is direct, and this is basically just DMs. The next thing we'll look at is how to create a new chat, and there are actually a few different options here. So one cool thing I do want to show you is a chat workflow, where you're basically able to set up a series of automated messages. So let's say I'm going to have onboarding chat. Let's say I set it up for an external client chat, and let's send it out to Spotify as my example client. I'm going to click add message, and this first one might just be a welcome message. So you can see when this happens, so when the client is onboarded, we can say after 1 minute, I'm going to send a message that says, welcome, here's a link to book our strategy call. That's just an example, right? Like it can be whatever you want it to be here, and we can set that up as the message right after they've been onboarded. Then I might set up a specific message that would go out to that client 3 days after. Hey, we just started working on your campaign, blah, blah, blah. Like updates, right? It's just constant client communication, proactive client communication. I could set one up a week later that is just saying, we have this message, or we have this video for you to watch, or whatever it is that you're sharing with your clients basically. But this is where you can set up those automated messages. That way you're creating a great first impression with those clients by communicating proactively with them and showing them, not only doing the work for them, but also showing them the work that you're doing to make sure that they know the value that they're getting from your service. So this is another thing that you can set up inside of the chat section. You could also set up scheduled messages. So this would just be a one-time scheduled message. If I know I just want to say call invitation, and I know this is actually going to go to Isabel tomorrow, but I just don't want to send it to her right now. So I can click add message, and maybe I'm just going to say, hey, can we get on a call later today, 9:57 a.m., and let's just set it as New York time. If I wanted to make this a recurring message for whatever reason, maybe you even want to make it like a reminder to yourself, a reminder to the team, a daily reminder to the team, or daily you want to send the team something, whatever it is. You can basically set that all up here for scheduled messages. This is the message that I want to go out, and then I go ahead and click save. Now we've got this message scheduled. So that's an overview of the chat section inside of Flozy. The other place where you'd be able to see chats is inside of the client portals. So of course you can go into clients here, for example, and then see all of the client chats here. But if you were in the portal, you can also see the client chats from there. So for example, if I'm in the Nike portal, I can see the chat right over here on the right side. Even if I'm in a flow section, so let's say I'm in product, for example, I can see all of the chats related here.